everyone, welcome to class. In this video I'll be showing you how I transformed this dress from looking bare to looking stunning. So I went ahead to create a flounce, not well structured. I just reinforced it with ST, and that's okay. So it depends on what you want to create. You can create structured flounce, you can create the non-structured ones, okay? But however, anyone you're creating, make sure that you apply ST so that it can have some rigidity. So I went ahead to start pinning it, okay? So this is draping. When I'm draping, I go ahead to create different design, pin different design on the dress, and pick my favorites. So when you're draping, don't just pin one design and then finalize everything. You can see me moving back. I was checking it from afar to see what it looks like, to see if I like that design. And when I'm draping, most times I drape different designs, take pictures of them and send them to my tailor friend to help me pick their own best. Then the one that get picked most is what I finally use. That's obviously what the client will like. Sometimes I even send it to the client themselves to choose what they prefer, but most times I just prefer to send it to my tailor friend because they will have a better view. Some clients don't really know what they want. So once I'm done deliberating with my tailor friend to pick the best draped design, I now send the final one to the client to ask if she likes it, okay? Because it is important that you show the client what you're making for them, especially if you are the one designing it. Don't just design and assume that your clients will like it. It is still very important that you seek their opinion to know if they like it or not. Now after that, I went ahead to remove the beaded part of the other bust because I was going to attach some applique on it. You can see me here removing the beads. When you're using blade, make sure you are careful. It's just that it was so fast for me to use, that's why I used blade here. So I removed all the beads so that it will be easy for me to attach that applique and stitch it as well, okay? So that's that. I always try as much as possible to ensure that I have neat job done for my clients. So I give so much attention to my dresses, especially the finishing aspect. Even if when my tailor worked for me, did the sewing and all of that, I make sure that I handle the finishing myself because it is very important part of dressmaking. So after that, I went ahead and pinned the applique on it, and yeah, it's coming out beautiful already. This was for a bride, actually. We made it for our introduction. Look at those glitters. It's so beautiful. So if you watch how I was trimming this applique here, you can see I didn't just put scissors and cut bam. I ensure that I have some nice trimmings, okay? I trim the edges neatly and ensure that the design did not get lost. So you don't just go ahead and start gumming your applique. Make sure that you pin it first. Take a look at it and look at it that, oh, is this beautiful enough? You can see how I was changing the position of the applique to ensure that it fits perfectly. So this is one of the things you do when you are embellishing a dress. Don't just go ahead and paste after you've trimmed. Don't just paste. You need to position it, pin it, take a look at it. Do you like it? Do you think your client will like it? Are the patterns appropriately arranged? Things like that are very important when embellishing your dress, and that's exactly what I was doing here. So I had to cut that off because I didn't want it to extend to the other bust area. When it's unnecessarily covering it, it looks ugly, okay? So I make sure that I maintain a very perfect shape around that bust region. So it's after this that I did the gumming and then the hand stitching. So it was this, okay, I think I've gummed it here. Okay, I needed to fill that parts. So then I went ahead to gum the drape. Okay, I went ahead to stitch it afterward. Okay, and stitch it afterwards. I used glue gun here with a candlestick. That's the gum stick. Okay, or is it called glue stick, whichever one. Some people call it candle gum. However, so I use that because it makes your work faster. If you use those tube gum when you're doing this, the gum will not be fast. It will not glue. It won't be effective. Okay, it will still gum, but then it will take a while. So but this gum so fast, so that's why I make use of my glue gun when I'm draping. So afterward I unstitched it because you cannot trust this glue 100%. Make sure that you unstitch afterward. Okay, so that's it. And that was it. Look at that. So that's it. So this is the sleeve of my dress. Okay, after gluing it, I made sure that I turned it to the wrong side to do the gluing as well, so that everything can stick perfectly. Because when you use applique on mesh fabric, it's so easy for it to start pulling off. So I went ahead to turn it to the wrong side, apply the glue, and after it got dried, I unstitch it with my invisible thread, and that is how I got a perfect finishing. Okay, so when you are doing this, ensure you insert the end of a mannequin inside the sleeve so that you won't have a rough finishing, you know, so that the gum will not smear the whole part of the mesh. Okay, so you need a very neat job, and that's exactly what I did here. So when you are packaging a dress like this that has bead or probably sequin, you need to insert the mesh sleeve inside the dress, okay, so that the bead or the sequin or the crystals will not tear the mesh fabric. Okay, so I went ahead to insert the sleeve in my dress, and that was how I did that, and I folded it before the final packaging. And now let's take a look at the beautiful dress. Look at that, so beautiful, so stunning, so adorable. So when you make dresses with bead like this, ensure that, you know, when you are sewing, you are going to remove the beads. Ensure that there are some parts of the dress after you finish sewing, the beads are lost. Make sure you replace those parts with trims from the same fabric, okay, or you unbead it with the same bead on the fabric, so that those parts won't look bare and ugly. Or I hope you understand what I meant. So that's the finishing, that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in another class. Ensure you subscribe to my channel. Ensure you subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumb up if you like it, and stay glued for more amazing content. Till next time, have a wonderful
me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters.
The love way you give me so unadorned, the queen will own my heart, the crown upon my head, the essence of my life. Oh, give no be more.